Third down and 20.
Dog of the week. Let's get into the dog of the week. Ready for this? You want me to go? I'm going to go. I'm going to go because guess what? I'm taking your boys this week, Steed. So
Dude,
a couple weeks ago, the Falcons kind of got pasted by this Saints team that's been on a roll. But guess what? This is a trap game for the Saints. And you may be really surprised to hear this, but the Falcons' defense is actually really good against the run. They have not let any running back this entire season, with all of the turmoil that they've had, there is no running back that has gotten over 100 yards against this defense. The Saints right now are a team that is built to attack through their running game. The Falcons' defense played really well against the Saints in their last matchup. It's just they had a total of like 4 yards in the second half of offense. It was a close game. I think that this week, the Falcons are able to get more than 4 yards of offense in the second half and actually move the football consistently. The defense continues to play well under our boy. The should not be interim, but is right now, but he will not be. You heard it recently on the Third 20 podcast, but the should be regular head coach, Raheem Morris. This defense is different. Falcons, dog of the week. Hit me money line, baby.
I like it. I took Falcons spread as one of my picks. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it because.
Oh, come on.
Dude, every time I bet on the Falcons, they lose. So I might.
Yeah, that's how it works. That's how the Falcons work.
So what I'm doing, this is not my dog of the week. What I'm just going to do, I'm taking Saints spread. Saints -3. Because last time I bet against the Falcons, they blew out the Raiders. So I'm hoping, I'm willing to lose a couple dollars for the Falcons win a game. That's just.
Hey, you'll help me out.
Yeah, that's what kind of fan I am. But my dog of the week, I was between two games here. I'm gonna roll with them, dude. Browns +6.
Ooh,
and
nice.
plus
I was
220.
thinking about them.
I think I like this. I think I do. I've been on the Browns all season. We talked about it earlier before. This is a huge game for both teams right here. Because if you win, you're pretty much in the playoffs. I think the Browns, we've seen great progression. You're 8-3. You have in the last 20 years, you haven't made the playoffs. This is the biggest game you've played since the last time you played in the playoffs. So this is their playoff game, and they win this game because they want it more. Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, the duo, Baker Mayfield is going to make enough plays, and the defense will hold Derrick Henry. I know this is when Derrick Henry really gets going. He starts, averaging for 280 yards per game with 5 touchdowns. But I think the Browns can stop him, hold him to maybe under 200 yards. But I like the Browns here. Seriously, though, I like the Browns here. Get them a dub and go on out.
Yeah, this is a week that I wanted, looking at initially at the schedule, I was like, oh, I really like the Titans for this week. But seeing them 6-point favorites, I was thinking it was going to be like a 4-pointer. So 6 points, I think, is going to be a little bit. It's tough because I do like the Titans this week, but 6 points is a lot of points for a Browns team that is completely different from the Browns team at the start of last season. And I think that people are that start of last season Titans game is a little bit too fresh in people's minds. You have to remember this is the same Titans team that came out and lost to the Bengals. This is the same Titans team that you just don't know what you're going to get on a given week. You have a Titans team that can, on one hand, blow out the Colts, or you have a Titans team that can go and get blown out by the Colts. So, speaking of the Colts, I'm going to be taking them -3.5 against Houston. I'm a little bit scared of this pick just because Deshaun Watson has really been playing well. The Texans have actually figured out how to play football again. But at the end of the day, with no Will Fuller, no more Kenny Stills, who was never really involved, you have just obviously no D-Hop anymore. I think their receiving core is a little bit too non-existent now. Supposedly Isaiah Coulter is going to be getting snaps. And, if you listen to us in the offseason, I am anti-Isaiah Coulter. I think he's just trash. listen, no offense to Isaiah Coulter or anything. I just didn't like your tape. And I just think the Colts win this game. I really wish it was -3, and I hit that -3 initially, and it right before the podcast moved to -3.5. But I'll still take -3.5. I think they can easily win this game by a touchdown.
I like that. I'm on the Colts as well. But my next pick, I got the Patriots here at Pick'em value against the Chargers, and I'm just going to take Belichick whenever it's just you got to win the game, So I'll easily take the Patriots here. Like I said, Patriots are in the hunt. They control their own destiny. If they can win out, make some noise. They're playing a Chargers team that it seems every week it's like I think
Trying to
Vegas just
lose.
yeah, they try to lose, but it's also that Vegas gives so much credit to this Chargers team and just gives them value that I don't think they deserve. It's yeah, Justin Herbert's
You want
really
to know
good,
why?
but should they be even up with the Patriots right now?
You want to know why that Vegas gives them a lot of value? Is their points for versus their points against coming into last week was positive. I think now because of a 10-point loss, they are 2 points negative. But it should have been just a 3-point loss because if you look at that quarterback sneak that they had, is the only time in my entire life I have ever seen an offensive line pass block on a quarterback sneak. I think it's going to be the only time in my life I ever see an offensive line pass block for a quarterback sneak. Like you, I'm going to be taking the Patriots, but in a 6-point teaser, I'm going to be taking the NFC East teaser. I'm going to be taking the Dolphins -5 against the it's -5.5 now, I believe, because it's 11.5. So -5.5 against the Bengals with the Patriots +7 against the Chargers, using the theory that the Chargers games are always going to be one score. There's no way that they beat Belichick by 2 scores. That's my theory behind it, culminated with the fact that the Chargers just love to lose football games. I guess it's +6 now. I didn't know the line changed. So Patriots +6, Dolphins -5.5. Teaser. That is the NFC East teaser or AFC East teaser.
I like it. My next pick, I'm going. I know there's no Daniel Jones here, and that's probably why this line is
Oh, you're
really
taking the
inflated.
bait.
Ah, no, give me the G-Man +10. Defense should be
Oh
able.
man.
Dude, Colt McCoy is a capable quarterback who can play in
I
this
was
league.
thinking about taking him. I was thinking about taking him.
I'm gonna take him, dude. Screw it. I believe in this Giants defense. They've been sneaky good. I know they had a bad week against the Bengals last week. The offense did, and all that. But you come in here, road warrior against the Seahawks. Colt McCoy's getting more reps now. Maybe he can get something going. I feel like if they were able to put up 17 points, against a still very questionable Seahawks team. Are they legit now? We've seen them beat up on 2 struggling offenses. But I mean, if Giants can move the ball, put points up there, I still think the Giants are a team that can hold the Seahawks under 30 points.
Yeah, I was thinking about taking the Giants. I just think it's the bait. This is a Seahawks. I will give you credit. The Seahawks offense has really been struggling lately. It's nowhere near as efficient and as productive as the Seahawks offense we saw at the beginning of the season with Russell Wilson throwing, 5 touchdown passes a game. And that Giants defense can definitely keep them in the game. I think the problem though is that I think the Giants are just going to get back to their turnover ways. They had this stretch for the past month where they've been playing some great football. They were winning up front with their offensive line. They weren't turning the football over and playing really good defense. I do think though that we're going to start seeing a little bit of the old Giants back. But I'll at least agree with you. I think that 10 points is a lot of points to get for a Giants team that has played teams like the Rams really close.
And they're a playoff team. They're a playoff
Yeah, you're
caliber
right.
team, the
They're a
Giants.
playoff team. Double-digit dog for a playoff team. Okay, so I'm going to be taking more bait. I'm going to be taking Chiefs minus 13.5 against the Broncos.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a whole lot of points, but at the end of the day, the past 3 matchups, the Chiefs have just blown out this Broncos team. Um,
Mhm.
I'm not. The thing is, I do like the Broncos, and the Broncos have actually been really good against the spread. I'm also going to be taking the Dolphins minus 11.5 against the Bengals. I am hammering against the Bengals. Screw the Bengals. They scored a special teams touchdown last week. I think that the Dolphins are more of the I'm going to score a special teams touchdown kind of team.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be taking those 2 large spreads, which is probably the bait, but we'll see what happens.
I'm taking a couple larger spreads too. I'm taking Raiders minus 8 against the Jets. Got to, it's the goddamn Jets. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the Jets have it covered in weeks, and I feel like after that really bad Raiders loss, like the Raiders are just going to come out here and put 40 points up on them, and like a classic little 40-14 ball game. Then I'm going to take the Vikings. Vikings minus 10 against the Jags. Vikings are a very hot team. I feel like they just come into they play the Jags where like we got to get the job done. We're not going to sugarcoat this, make this a close game. They're just going to beat up on them after a close win against the Panthers, get back to 6-6. And I just don't like the Jags here at all.
Yeah, I
Not
was thinking
for
about taking the
a couple days.
Vikings. My problem with the Vikings is that I'm really not a fan of their defense, and they're just not really a team that I think is really going to blow teams out right now. I do really like the Vikings, though. Um, you know what? I'm going ballsy. We're doing it live. So I have another teaser. I'm with you on the Raiders. I'm going to be teasing them down to -2, though, because I actually have this weird feeling that the Jets are going to play well this week and give the Raiders a run for their money.
Okay.
I'm also going to be adding the 49ers on there, teasing them to 8.5 plus 8.5. Um,
Jesus.
just a new 49ers team. You're playing the Bills. Um, you got all these guys healthy. You're playing all right. And I'm going to be adding the Vikings to that. So give me Vikings -4 as well. We're going ballsy this week, Steve. Do you have any more picks?
I I don't none of my card, but I was looking at this Bill 49ers game and it's just so small. Like I just kind of want to take one to win, but I don't know who I take. It's
Well,
weird.
my last pick, and this is probably my favorite pick of the week, is Rams -3 up against the Cardinals. Um, it's not my favorite pick necessarily in that it's a lock. It's just at the end of the day, the last time the Cardinals beat the Rams was 2017 in January of 2017 with Carson Palmer. As a matter of fact, since that game, the Rams Cardinals, the Cardinals have only been in one score game with the Rams since
Really?
2017. And that was a 7-point game up against the Rams. I truly believe that Sean McVay just has this Cardinals team's number. I don't think the Cardinals match up well against this Rams team, especially with the Rams offense against the Cardinals defense. I'm just not sure the Cardinals have the talent on their front to match with what the Rams do on offense. Just all this crazy stuff left and right, just horizontally across the field. It's absolutely freaking bonkers. And when you're a team that has, I mean, it's not, they have some good pieces on defense. I just don't think their defense is complete enough. I think to beat the Rams, you need to have one of those defenses that has really good communication and is more complete than necessarily a defense that has a few good pieces here and there. So I like the Rams -3 this week. And honestly, I think that this is a game that you might be able to even take an alternate spread where you get them for more.
Okay. I mean, we are already doing one game where we disagree with. I think that's Saints Falcons. I
Yes.
wanted. Should I take Cardinals just to see if the trend keeps going?
I mean, yeah, dude, go ahead and take against every single one of my picks because that seems to be the one constant other than Mitchell Trubisky throwing throwing 3 touchdown passes against the Lions is that whenever Steed comes in here and I say a pick and he's like, well, I'm going against you. Somehow, the gods are like, this guy Steed, he's got it going on. And your team goes out there and covers. But Steed, you there? Well, I think we lost Steed. But at the end of the day, episode was just about to end anyway. So what better time to lose him than now? I guess we're just gonna assume that he then went out and took the Cardinals +3. So I'm gonna put that down for him. I'll contact him after the episode.